So Zach Doelling dropped a part. Dan Corrigan posted on his page, and I just gotta say it's like one of the best parts I've seen. Point blank. As far as inspiration goes, it's great. It's just really interesting. So started out structured, and obviously it's not like a street spot. So I was kind of interested where it was gonna go thematically. Is it like bringing ramps to street parks type of thing? What's going on? Um, and I don't know if he had any meaning behind the name, but just watching it, it's just a beautiful video, man. So yeah, this thing looks gnarly and sketchy, and it's kind of interesting because if it wasn't over such a dirty thing, it would just be like a bump to rail, you know. And it's not really. If you compare the ramp to the rail, it's not a huge bump to rail. It's just pretty standard. I mean, it's probably a little bit higher than you're used to, but anybody who skates bump to rails, you know, like some of them are a little tall, some of them are a little long. This one's just, the sketch on top. Keen ramps, it looks like. Could not be keen ramps. I could be wrong. I can't really read that. It's too small. No, I don't even think that's keen ramps. Nice nollie flip. And I guess Dan filmed this whole thing. I think he did a great job filming, and so oh man, I'm already like, my mind is just racing with this thing. I love when people do two lines at the same spot. So let's see what grind he did the first time. So just a crook, tray flip, or big flip, nollie crook, nollie tray flip. I mean, come on, dude. Either of those are pretty hard. I think the big flip line has to be easier, but I love seeing. I mean, I want to see them really get down. What do you think of, two tricks at the same spot? I wouldn't mind if he did like 5, to be honest, because I kind of like to see how people get down, see people show off their bag, at a spot. Clean, Smith. I think what stood out to me about this video is like the amount of control and pop out that he has is crazy. That trick looks, man, that trick looks messed up. That's a 6 spot, by the way. I could skate that thing all day. Looks so fun. But it does look kind of mellow, but it looks like it could maybe be one of those spots that are deceiving. Like you get there and it's a little bit sketchy. This crook, man, pop over. Man, he could have did half of that rail and it would have looked good. He did that for you. He did that for us. I even liked the arm throw in here because it seemed like it was like that trick's getting away from him. He has to drag it back in with the power of arm flailing. Yeah, I think this is like one of the best parts I've seen this year. Maybe ever. Maybe not ever. It's really good though. And it's like the spots are well chosen. I'm a line guy, so I like to see lines. So I'm very happy when somebody does any type of line. Clean, man. His crooks are some of the best. Wow. Okay, let's go over that line too, by the way. I really got to see. Nice ollie, clean ollie. Okay, I thought he flipped over that the first time. I wasn't paying much attention. Ollie, tray flip, little manual. See, the beauty of a line is it makes simple tricks look a lot better. Like he did a tray flip, backside flip, ollie, and a manual and a crook in this. None of those tricks by themselves are that crazy, but like putting it together in a line makes it look beautiful. That looked massive too. Okay, these two, I'm just going to go ahead and slow-mo this. I forgot how to slow-mo. Look at this trick, man. This one blew my mind. Front crook, pop over to blunt. Dude. Like, this other one... Hold up. This one made sense, right? You're crooking, you just pop over, and you kind of have to land. So when I saw that, I was like, yeah, that's cool. Then when I seen him going at it again, I had no idea what was going on. Like, I remember watching this live, my mind was saying, like, it would be sick to blunt. But I didn't think it was, like... that's just a hard trick, dude. You have to have so much control just to pop out, but to pop over and be dialed enough to get the blunt? Well, I don't know if it's a tail slider or blunt, to be honest. When you come out of a crook like that, I would consider it a blunt because you started on the other side of the rail. So to me, that's to a blunt. But you know, I'm not mad if it's to a tail slider. Either way, it's messed up. Big switch frontside flip, by the way. What did you start that line with? Big spin. Yeah, that's a hard line. Yeah, dude, going crazy, man. Come on, bro. Come on. Got a little Dan Corrigan line in here. Dan gets nasty too, man. I can go over both of these, but this is crazy, dude. Like, did anybody expect this? Did anybody expect such hammers from this? I didn't. Sorry if you hate slow-mo, you might hate this video, but this is sick, man. He's in like a picture-perfect spot. Damn near looks like a skate park. Look at that crook, dude. It looks... Oh my gosh, dude. That looks fake, dude. This is a picture-perfect crook, bro. Look at that. And then he just pops so beautiful. Like, what was crazy about this, too, if you really look close at it, tell me how he didn't adjust his foot. Like, most of the time, and I kind of like seeing foot adjustments, like Nyjah's part where he did the crook on the kink, and then you saw his back foot, like, you know, shimmying. So he just straight didn't move his feet, which makes the crook look like so much cleaner. It's so weird, like, to nollie inward out of that. Didn't even adjust your feet, and it's like a 10-foot slide. Come on, dude. And this Dan Corrigan line is worth slow-moing. Whatever that is, I know his tail popped off the ground. Don't matter. It was sick. This is another picture-perfect spot. It's amazing, man. This video part is sick. I couldn't believe while I was watching this. This is like a YouTuber, I guess. Then he does this weird... That's sick, dude. I don't care if you hate Dan Corrigan. For him to do a feeble front shove Smith? Come on, dude. He's unlocked some sorcery. That's not normal, man. He might be an alien. We thought aliens looked like gray things. No, they look like Dan Corrigan. That crook popover is no joke, too. That's an over crook, by the way. I hate when people act like there's not a difference between nose grind and over crooks. They're clearly different. They're literally different positions. It's not even hard to explain. I hate it. But anyways, stick over, crook, pop over. Nice little, I don't even remember seeing that. See, I'm having to go back on a lot of these tricks. Y'all should not sleep on this part, dude. This is like one of the best parts of the year. No joke. I like it too. I don't like when people go too big sometimes. It's sick. I appreciate it. I like watching it. But I just like to see people getting creative, and this is exactly what he did. He has the picture perfect spots. I guess if you were trying to hate, you could say that, you know, he could have less pretty spots. So that was kind of a weird trick. But hey, man, you're doing a nose grind, nollie kick to 5-0. Like, you can't be that picky if you didn't grind the 5-0. That's one of the things that made me really appreciate this part. That's just like pure core skater, skate rat shit to me. You find something broke and you're like, how can I use it? Yeah, that's sick. That's really sketchy too. I know he didn't get all up on it, but I mean, he did the trick right. I'm just saying, it's not like he's really gonna die on that, but it's still in your head, you know. That's a massive ollie. Man, you better hope you land bolts when you're about to bomb that. Fakie manuals, man, they're harder than nose manuals, I think. To me personally, that didn't even make sense. So he's fakie, like a switch Suski or whatever, or a, I guess some people would call that actually a fakie crook. Then he switches it to crook, so pivot crook. So it's either a fakie switch Suski pivot crook, or a fakie crook pivot crook. I don't know. Whatever you want to call it. Then he nollie inwards out. So he's got that crook nollie inward out like dialed in. I could crook, and I used to be able to nollie inward, but I don't think I can put them together. Nose blunts scare me. I never even try them, man, because I just feel like I'm going to slip out over. The way you got to balance them, I don't know, man. They'd make me uncomfortable. Maybe I'm doing them wrong. Maybe that's something I need to try to learn. Nose blunts. They're just... everything about that trick is scary. I don't even like doing lip slides, really. Lip slides are a little bit sketchy to me. On the right thing, I'll get it down. Just to throw something else out there. I don't know if y'all saw. Let me go find it. There was a John Hill video where Dan Corrigan was getting crazy. I posted it, so here it is. Yeah, I don't know if y'all knew how nasty Dan Corrigan is. Dude's crazy. I'm just going to go to some of his manuals. John Hill, we know, is sick. But I didn't know Dan Corrigan was really... he's really him. I like to see... honestly, like, if you want to see how good somebody is, you need to see him in a John Hill video. Because you know John Hill films and edits all in one day. So whatever they do, they did it that day, at that session. If that makes sense, you know. Like, to see how good somebody is, you kind of just want to see him session. Obviously, if they're like street league level, but, you know, you kind of wonder. Like, if you wanted to know how good I was, you kind of have to hit up the park with me or see me at a park, like, in this kind of, like, chilled out format, you know. See how I really get down, not just the tricks I show online. Trying to skip ahead. That trick kind of blew my mind. I watched that one about 40 times. It's like a board slide to crook. Doesn't even make sense. He like basically slappies up this thing. Doesn't even make sense, dude. He's got the clean pop outs too. He's not half-assing anything, man. This is what really, this part of the video. Because you can tell, like, he just kind of landed these quickly. Switch pop up, that looks pretty tall. That doesn't look like something everybody could switch pop up. That's crazy, dude. Doing that fakie? See what I'm talking about? This switch pop. Dan Corrigan's sick, man. I think I could switch ollie up that. But it might take me like a lot of tries. Gnarly tray flip, man. I think in this video he also does a, man, nollie nose manual. And oh, dude, he's so good. Like, this is crazy. I've watched this. I swear I've watched this video like 5 to 10 times. Fakie half cab to nose, dude. I'm gonna be honest, like 90% of skaters can't do just the manual tricks that Dan Corrigan put down in this casual John Hill video. Dan Corrigan's sick. What'd you think of the Zach Doelling part? I think it's one of the parts of the year. One of the best parts of the year. That's just my view, man. It was nice. It's clean, man. It was just nice, man. I'm gonna have to give it a 9 out of 10 nuts. I saw it and I'm like, I need to go skate, man. I need to go skate, buy some shoes. Finally, I got my YouTube check. It's going down. Anyways, hope you enjoyed me talking shit. Like, comment, subscribe.